Opinionators! Hey, boys and girls. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about mechanics. And remember, we talked about how a mechanic is someone that fixes something and makes it usable again. So a mechanic is actually a job that some people could have. Maybe your dad or maybe your mom or someone you know is a mechanic at their job. It's pretty cool that they're able to fix something. They're problem solvers. So this week we've learned a lot about making sure our sentences have lots of good mechanics in it, so that our sentences start with an uppercase letter. They have spacing, the correct spacing in between letters and words, making sure that our sentences end with a punctuation mark like a period or a question mark or an exclamation mark. We also talked about how we want to make sure that our letters are neatly written. And we also talked about making sure our sight words are spelled correctly. So there's one thing that we're going to talk about today, and that is reversals. I see this sometimes in your writing and in the writing of my friends that come to school. Sometimes we get in a rush and we write letters backwards, or better known as reversed. So sometimes when you write a B, you'll write it, facing the wrong way. That's typical, especially for kindergartners. But we're going to work on slowing down and checking over our work and making sure that there's no reversals in our writing. So I have some cards today, and I'm going to hold up a letter. And what you're going to do is you're going to help me give me a thumbs up if it is the right way to write our letter, or you're going to give me a thumbs down if it's not the right way to write our letter. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. What do you think? Very good. We should have a thumbs down. This is backwards S. Backwards. All right, here's our next one. What do you guys think? Very good. Thumbs up. This is the correct way to write a G. What do you think? Good. Thumbs up. This is the correct way to write a lowercase a. So next one. What do you think? Very good. Thumbs down. This is the backwards way to write a letter J. What do you think? Good job. Thumbs up. Correct way to write a letter C. Next one. Okay. What do you think? Oh, they try to trick us. Good. This is the correct way to write the letter A. So next one, thumbs up. How about this one? Oh, there we go. There's our correct way to write the letter J. Make sure I'm seeing your thumbs. What do you guys think? Good job. It's the correct way to write the letter S. What do you think? Uh-oh, this one's backwards. So we need to give it a thumbs down. This one's also backwards. Last one. Oh my. This one is upside down and backwards. Or it's upside down. Here, we'll flip it this way. Still backwards, so that's a thumbs down. All right. So today in your writing, I want to make sure that you are really paying attention and doing your best handwriting and making sure that you don't have any reversals. And guess what? Sometimes we make a mistake, and you know what they invented for mistakes? They invented pencils with erasers. So if you make a mistake, you can just erase it, right? All right, so today we're going to write an opinion story. Okay, so in our opinion story, we're going to close our eyes, okay? And I want you to think about something you have an opinion about. And I want you to think about, why did you like that? Why did you not like it? Okay? And how can you defend your opinion? So if someone doesn't have the same opinion as you, how could you defend it? Okay? So open your eyes, and we're going to get out our writing paper and a pencil to begin writing. Okay? I'm going to model my story today. So what you can do is just watch today. And then when I'm done sharing my story, then you're going to go out and write your own story, okay? Now, as a forewarning for my friends at home, You might need more than one of these pages today because we're writing a starter sentence, and then we're going to write two sentences explaining why. Okay? So today I'm going to write about my favorite food. Okay, so I got to think about a starter sentence. So I'm going to say, my favorite food is pizza. So that's what I'm going to write. My favorite food is pizza. And here's my sentence. Ooh, did I start my sentence with an uppercase letter? Yeah. Did I use meatball spacing in between my words? Yep. Did I spell sight words correctly? Is spelled correctly? Yeah. And I went through and I tapped out my words to write my sentence. My favorite food is pizza. So now I have to give 2 reasons about why pizza is the best. So I'm going to write, pizza is cheesy. And then I'm going to write, pizza is the best because it is tasty. So notice how I'm working the whole time. If I come to a word I don't know, I'm stopping and thinking about it and tapping it out. Pizza is the best because, and sometimes you have to go back and reread your work too. All right, so here's my sentence, my story I'm going to share with you. My favorite food is pizza. Pizza is cheesy. Pizza is the best because it is tasty. Okay? So what you would do is you're going to go and you might write about your favorite food. Okay? You might write about your favorite toy. You might write about your favorite color. You might write about your favorite animal. You might write about why you don't like to eat broccoli. Okay? It could be whatever you want to write about. So first you're going to state what it is you're writing about. So you could say, I like, my favorite, the best. Those are all great starters. And then you're going to give 2 reasons. Okay? So it could be 2 reasons why you don't like something, or it could be 2 reasons about why you like it. Okay? I can hardly wait to see these. Now make sure when you're writing, when you're starting a new sentence, because we're going to have 3 sentences for this story, I want you to make sure that your sentence is going to start, when you do a new sentence, it starts with an uppercase letter. We talked about that in our mechanics. Make sure that you're leaving meatball spaces in between your words. Make sure that in between your letters in a word, you're using spaghetti spacing. When you come to a word you don't know, what do you need to do? Yeah, you need to tap it out. Very good. Okay? Make sure that you're using correctly spelled sight words. So if you come to a sight word and you're like, oh, we've learned that word. Wait, where could I find that word? Oh yeah, I could find it in my writing folder. You're going to get out your sight word chart and then you look to find it and then you know how to spell it. And then make sure that you're using a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point in your stories. Also, when you're writing, please make sure that you're using the correct lines. Okay, so whether that word goes all the way down to worm line, or if it's tall and it touches the skyline, make sure that you're doing that as well. And the last thing you want to check for in your writing is to make sure you don't have reversals. So the letters E, the letter Z, the letter A, those B, D, those are all really easy letters sometimes when we're in a rush to not write correctly. So make sure, what I like to do is after I'm done writing, I like to go back and check and make sure I don't have any reversals. And then if I do, I can erase. Okay? And when you're all done with your story, you're going to draw us a picture to go with our story. So for my story about my favorite food being pizza, I would draw a picture of probably me eating pizza to share with you guys. All right, boys and girls, when you're done with your story today, what I'd like you to do is snap a picture and send it to your teacher so they can see what you're working on at home. And we're going to see if that they can read it without help. I bet that they can if you do all of the mechanics we've talked about this week. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.